Diddy, the verdict. We were right all along. Let's get into it. Now, yesterday we all saw that there was a partial verdict. Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, they had come to a decision. We didn't know what that was, and the only one that remained was count 1, the racketeering charge. Now, when I heard that, I knew right away that they were either not guilty on all 4 of those counts or guilty on only one of those counts. And I believed it was the transportation of pros. And this is the reason why. The racketeering, they would have had to have proved 2 overt acts. One of these, either acts involving kidnapping, acts involving arson, acts involving bribery, acts involving witness tampering, acts involving forced labor, acts involving sex trafficking, acts involving transporting for the purposes of pro, and acts involving distribution. If they would have found him guilty on those other 4 counts, it would have been automatic on the racketeering count. And then I'm looking at these lawyers that are going on TV saying, oh yes, I think it must mean that he was found guilty of those 4 counts and they're just hung up on the most serious one. Dude, then they never even looked at the verdict form. Fake victimhood is going out the window. You don't get to date somebody for years and years and years and do all this stuff with them and then years later say, oh, you know what? I didn't want to do any of that stuff. My free will, I had no... Let me bring in this psychiatrist who will talk to you about trauma bonding. Nobody bought it. There was real people sitting on that jury and said, no. I'm not doing this. Sex trafficking for these people that were willing participants who only wanted fame and fortune and trinkets. No, those were the decisions you made, the choices you made. You don't have to come back and now claim victimhood. Thank God that we're not living in this clown world. And thank God for the jury system, because if we didn't have a jury system, he would be convicted. It would be over. We need real people sitting in judgment of our citizenry, of the people that are accused of crimes. This is where the whole system is set up. This is how you protect innocence. Now, I know people out there say, oh, Diddy, he was horrible. He's a bad guy. Didn't you see the video of him money his girlfriend? Yes, that stuff is bad. But that was not the sex trafficking. That was not the racketeering. And I don't condone it. You don't get to bring somebody into a life sentence for a case. And that's really what the crux of this case was, at least with regard to Cassie. What does this mean for Diddy? He's convicted of these 2 counts of transporting pros. These 2 counts are serious. They are punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And they could stack them, but I don't think that's going to happen because the guidelines, I've looked at them, he's looking at about 28 to 33 months. It's still a significant amount of time. And hopefully this Judge Subramanian, I don't have a whole lot of faith in him because he should have let Diddy out right then and there. He should have released him and he didn't. He wants letters from the government and from the state and from the defendant so we can look at it and determine what to do. Dude, do the right thing. Let Diddy out, sentence him in a couple months, and put him on probation. Thank you.